neither of these players are doing that in particular. So, or my bad, either of those races or whatever. So, I've not really observed this matchup on this map. So it'll be interesting to see how it works out.
Mr. PaperBaG as the War Boss and Pega as the Commissar Lord. Neither player changing anything going into Game 2 of this best of 3 on the odd choice Ice Station Obelisk. So we'll have to see. It sounded to me like PaperBaG pretty much chose the map just to have some variety. I don't think he had any sort of sinister plan there. And we see the same exact build order from both players right away.
Yeah, we are seeing that Sentinel from Pega after the Guardsman, and we're seeing the dual shooters here from PaperBaG. What's going to be really interesting here is whether or not we see a Luda or a Stormboy to complement those two shooters. Or if we see maybe just him going for big shooters earlier on. That was the thing last game we saw as well. He delayed the big shooters in order to get the Stormboys, which then in turn didn't really do too much. So he wasn't able to do much damage to the Sentinels during that time.
We have our first little skirmish here. The Commissar not hesitating to pop his bubble. And a little bit of... Oh, that was a pretty nicely timed little war stop right there, but right as the War Boss lined up for his own special attack. Just kind of skirmishing around here. The War Boss actually taking the majority of the beating here thanks to Mr. Commissar's little bubble there. Yeah,
we did have a favorable encounter, though, for PaperBaG up on the top. His Sluggers managed to catch some capturing Guardsmen, and they managed to force him off. And now other Guardsmen here tried to intervene, and they lose a model already. Maybe another model?
Yeah, 2 down already for that. That's not good.
3
and down.
Another coming to support. They're going to try and force Sluggers off, but again, not going to be able to. But again, and now here we go. The Sluggers losing a model. This is one of the reasons why this map is kind of a little interesting. You really can't push up onto the bases nearly at all. So.
Yeah, that line of sight is tricky. That bolter has that heavy bolter right there has an immediate shot at you as soon as you get up there. And that second Sentinel is out already for Pega. I've said this before, but I always think the hallmark of a good player is one who just sticks with the same strategy regardless of what the outcome was of the previous match. Just is like confident enough in his own abilities to just say, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead with what I did before because I know it works. Or at least in terms of openings. Seriously, Pega's doing the same thing here. We'll have to see if PaperBaG is planning on anything fancy, though. At this point, he does not have shooters. Big shooters up for either of his guys, so he could be going back to the Stormboy tactic once again. And there he goes. Yes. Interesting indeed. Perhaps he's apparently confident enough in that playstyle. He just maybe just messed something silly up last game and wants to try it a little better. He was talking about the fact that stun got off and he got killed by it. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. In the meantime, we are seeing that heavy weapon squad coming out for Pega here. So. Definitely, this could be the reason why we are seeing the Stormboy squad. But in this matchup, it isn't super necessary to have the Stormboys here. But oh my gosh, these shooters! Wow, they're taking a lot of fire, a lot of hits to get out of only one model. Ooh, man, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah, that was a wonderful kind of flank there. The Commissar Lord just kind of going in, tanking, and putting a lot of pressure on the shooters. The shooters were perfectly set up to put some pressure on the Sentinels, but man, there we have it. The Stormboys charging on in right on top of those Sentinels. Sentinels getting a ground pound off, moonwalking away with the wounded one. Whoops, a little bit of pathing there. He went around the other way, it looks like. But I believe everybody from Pega is going to get out of there okay for the time being here. Repositioning with these Sentinels now. But yeah, that was some pretty good tactics on Pega's part, and PaperBaG definitely felt it.
Yeah, we are seeing again these Stormboys being very aggressive and going after these Sentinels. Again, I'm not really sure the effectiveness is. We see they're like charging into them, and then, unless they're actually getting hits off, which is pretty rare here, they don't do a lot of damage on the charge. Yeah,
it looked like they had maybe a little bit of warg up, or what was that? They had something up. It's classic yellow circles problem for me.
Yeah, hopefully that'll be solved with the next patch. Rollick is saying it will be, so it'll be interesting to see exactly what they do for the new indicators of use your choppas and Ardboys.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point I believe it's just WOG. PaperBaG's red is pretty low. I don't think it's been nearly high enough all game yet to do use your choppas.
Anyhow, so in terms of caps here, still just the one northern victory point up for PaperBaG here. We can see a little bit of shooters. Oh no, shooters having a little bit of an unfortunate retreat right through both of those Sentinels, taking 2 extra casualties there. Commissar Lord charging into the center, wanting to use his sword, wielding it angrily above his head.
I mean, do you see that is his default sword? That's not his power sword. So it is something we have seen Pega use the power sword quite a bit, but we don't see him using it here.
Drive me
really
closer.
Here either, so.
I want to hit them with my sword. Both Sentinels now. I just love that. Both Sentinels now taking out the power generators over here. Oh, it looks like they were aiming at the generator, but instead retargeted for the power node itself. Storm Boy's now charging on in, landing on top of those
that's
wounded
a
guardsmen.
much better jump.
Yes. Oh, great ground pound once again, though.
Yeah, he's just not able to keep hitting them there while the ground pound is on cooldown. So until he can hit them when the ground pound's on cooldown and get a jump like that off, it's going to be very tough for him to do any real damage against the Sentinels with the Storm Boys. But then again, they are relatively durable here, so he may just be looking to force the Sentinels to back off, force them to deal with the Storm Boys rather than the Shooters. Again, we'll just have to see how this plays out. He does seem to be managing them better this game, so we will probably see them more. Oh, by the way, actually, we do see the sword now.
Yes,
the power sword is equipped for the Commissar Lord.
Ooh, and cyborg implants for the War Boss, too. I don't usually see that as much.
Oh, we're going to go ahead and see some big stomp now then.
Yeah, not a bad choice given the fact that Pega just went for his third squad of guardsmen, so lots of little flimsy guardsmen flopping around on the battlefield right now. Wonderful jump by those Storm Boys, really putting the pressure on that heavy weapons team, killing one model and bringing that entire squad down to very low hit points.
Yeah, unable to finish him off though. And but this War Boss is going to go ahead and pop a big stomp there, but not do much.
Yeah, I guess there was really just that one wounded Commissar there. War Boss taking quite a bit of focus fire from the Sentinels as well.
So he will back off here, and the Storm Boys are going to just jump right into the stomp, and then
right into the stomp once again. Yeah, that just is not working out for him. Pega is well aware of this and just saves up his stomps each time. Shooter Boy is getting quite picked off there as well, too, getting out of there with just two very low hit point models there.
Very low, under 31 health for the whole squad. So we are seeing Pega putting on a lot of pressure here. He is keeping all of his forces alive so far. Both players are taking some casualties, though, on their models. These Sluggas are going to come in, try and get some hits off. If there's a stomp to be had here, this could be a little dangerous for them because the DPS that these two shooters, two Sentinels can put out on top of what these guards can put out could be really dangerous.
Run, you little green boys, you! Oh god, they're taking so many casualties. Both guys going up to tier 2 right now, by the way. So, really aggressive opening build there for Pega, by the way, getting a full 5 models out on the field, 6 models out on the field rather, 6 units, whatever, squads out on the field. But anyhow, so yeah, power is looking pretty good for everybody, reasonably about the same. And, you know, Pega's got a little bit of control over the victory points, having taken middle as a result of that push through the center, and he capped the top a long time ago. So he's just kind of swinging around top here with his guardsmen. His guardsmen have been upgraded to have a sergeant up top at least there. Large push coming on the northern side of the map right now by all of PaperBag's forces as well.
Yeah, his slugs again moving out in the south, though, and immediately having to back off. I should also say, by the way, victory points are working properly today.
Yay! I love the positioning, by the way, of his heavy weapon squad. Again, whenever I see Imperial Guard play like this, my brain instantly clicks back into Company of Heroes mode, and it just all makes sense to me. But he's using his heavy weapons team very, very strategically. He's, you know, just kind of cordoning off certain areas of the map with it, you know. But yeah, pretty good. Okay, so there's our war truck coming out of the field right now from Mr. PaperBaG. Ooh.
Again, incredible timing.
Really good timing on that stomp. That was sexy.
Like, he just is not allowing that War Boss to get even close. Just complete knockback there, and these shooters that were forward capping here are going to have to back up a bit. And we do see a pretty good job here of PaperBaG targeting. Well, I was going to say go ahead targeting the. It was a good job until the guardsmen there started repairing it. But basically, he had remembered which of the two Sentinels stomped him, and then targeted the other Sentinel, which still had a stomp to give.
Ah, nice.
And that heavy weapon squad, by the way, got really low there. I think because the Slugga boys probably popped Swamp 'em.
Ah, yes, just kind of charged on into them. Yeah, you can see them all retreating right now. Alas. Ooh, Chimera now coming out for Pega. So Pega a little bit behind on the vehicle curve. As we do see the war truck is out and about and capping with those Sluggas. The Sluggas are upgraded with a Burna.
And the knob.
And a knob.
And meanwhile, we have a guardsman squad very low here as the Storm Boys with their knob are chasing after him, but they probably won't be able to finish him off. They're not great chasers.
No Bomber Boys.
Oh, except for Bomber Boys, that's true.
No, they don't have him. That's what I meant.
Yeah, he's got it right now. Okay, there he's researching improved rocket paths. Ooh, these Sentinels now, they've got the missile launchers though, so again, this war truck is in danger.